Britain's pubs are in a crisis. This is the Cherry Tree. For years, it was part of the fabric of this community, and now it's closed. One of thousands of pubs across the UK that have shut its doors in recent decades. The number of pubs in the UK has been falling steadily for years. Between 2000 and 2019 alone, more than 13,000 pubs shut their doors. And that's a drop of over 20%. And the decline didn't slow down in the last decade either, with pub numbers falling 15% between 2010 and 2020. While there are some pubs having to face closures, others are making changes of ownership and other adaptations to stay open. The Orange Tree is one of those.
It's not a job, it's what we enjoy doing, and we're with our friends in the pub as well, so it's not coming to work every day. This is the Orange Tree. We call it the OT family. It's a backstreet real ale pub, and it's our home, and it's a really good pub to come and enjoy time with your mates.
We need to attract
New people.
New people for sure. The pub, as it stands, does okay, but it's definitely got potential to do much better.
It's the heart of the group that come in here, and they're all our friends. We've known them for years. It's their social life, so it's really important to them
And to us.
and to us.
So those locals are key to us, but also this place is pretty important to them as well.
Pubs have also had to change the way they operate just to stay open. Official figures show that food now plays a bigger part than it used to. By 2019, more people working in pubs were serving food than working behind the bar. A big shift from how pubs traditionally operated. These pressures are happening everywhere.
You need to look again at what we're doing and at what sort of prices, etc. But equally, everyone's being hit, aren't they? And so there's only so much that you can charge your customer base.
There's another channel that show the rugby, and it's less than half the price of Sky. It's still a big expense.
It is still a big expense because it's a very thin line in terms of being in the negative versus the positive.
What they're talking about is something that you might have noticed over the past few years: the price of a pint. According to the most recent Office for National Statistics figures, in January 2025, the average price of a pint across the UK was around £4.80. That figure is expected to rise further this year, meaning the cost of a pint has increased by as much as 50% over the last 10 years. But where does that money actually go? Using the national average, large portions of what you pay for a pint go towards tax and duty, transport and distribution, utilities, rent and staff wages. In some cases, as little as around 24 pence of the price of a pint is for the beer itself. Business rates, the tax that pubs pay on their premises, have become a flashpoint. The government has recently signalled a rethink of planned increases after pressure from within the industry. The Chancellor has said that support must be delivered in a balanced way, and details will soon be set out, suggesting pubs and other hospitality venues could see targeted relief that eases some of the financial squeeze. But campaigners warn that any relief needs to be meaningful, or closures are still likely.
Partly just because I can, just because I had the opportunity. The place that I work at is building similar buildings. I build them on the weekly. So I was like, I could do this myself in my garden, and bought a house and was like, if I'm buying this house, what can I do to make it a bit different? Because it's a renovation house. Like, it's only a bungalow and we want to make it 2 stories. So while the funds weren't completely there to get that going, because I want to do it all in one go, I was like, what can I do where I can chill while the house is getting renovated? And that was a pub. So when it's just want to be you and your boys, or you and your missus and all your friends and family, just chill in your back garden, which when you're in there, it really does feel like you're in a pub, then why not pay only £2 a pint? You're laughing. Also, I have a YouTube video of myself dropping Sunday the 8th of how I built my pub, everything I did from the beginning all the way to the end, and the opening day, the launch, showing you how much I spent, what I spent it on, how you could save money, how you could do it, too much money, because, yeah, we like going to the pub. I love the atmosphere. You can never beat the atmosphere of a pub. I got hate for all the reason pubs are closing. I'm not, because A, I go out rating pubs and promote them, and I've had pubs message me afterwards going, mate, thank you so much, we love your stuff. We've had flipping loads of bookings now, like, that's sick. Pub crawls with your boys on a flipping weekend, or whoever, your whole group, is one of the best things you can do. Can't do that at home in the garden.
Socially, like, it would rock this community big time. Like, there'd be,
Including us.
yeah, it's our community hall or social club or whatever you want to call it.
And when I'm working, I just see to let close down, to let.
They talk about people being lonely at home, don't they? And actually that's becoming younger and younger in generations.
And whether places like this survive may depend on how much value we still place on coming together face to face.
The cherry tree didn't just disappear overnight. Pubs have been changing for years, shifting towards food, events, and new ways of operating just to stay open. For many communities, the question isn't what the pub can become, but whether it can survive at all. Behind me is what used to be the Rose and Crown pub. This pub closed over 10 years ago and is now home to Blue Owl Pottery and Coffee Shop. The pub itself dated back to the 17th century, and it closed due to a variety of reasons. And when it closed, the owners said on social media that pubs like this are under a lot of strain, especially with these tied arrangements.
What are tied arrangements? In the UK pub industry, a tied arrangement, also known as a beer tie, is a contractual agreement where a pub tenant or lessee is directed to buying some or all of their drinks, especially beer, cider, wine and spirits, from their pub owning company or brewery instead of the open market.
What a pub can give you, and this is one of the reasons I always loved this pub when I first started coming here, the diversity of people that you can meet and the different things that you can learn. Whereas if that's just your group of friends, you're more than likely to have followed a similar path, because it's about socialising as much as it is about drinking.
The pub that I said I grew up in, where I met my best mate, and that pub has it's still running. It's owned by different people, but the way it changed and how much it changed at the time of when it went from the pub that I knew to what it was, I hated it. I was like, I'm never going in there ever. It's too posh.
CAMRA have said we applaud communities which have successfully taken pubs at risk of closure into community ownership, where the sale and consumption of alcohol is supervised in a community setting. We believe that pubs are vital social institutions. There are major social, environmental, cultural, and health reasons for promoting responsible drinking in pubs. Given everything that has been discussed today, I think it goes without saying that pubs are an essential part of British culture, and to lose them would be not only losing a community space, but also losing part of our identity as British nationals.
This is the Cherry Tree. It's just one pub on one street, but its closure reflects a wider shift all across the UK. As pubs continue to disappear, the focus now turns to what is lost when places like this fall silent.